guys? It's Spencer, and today we have, I think, one of the coolest things that we've done this far. It is a HAGIE STS16 sprayer. And on this guy, we are going to be ceramic coating every inch of him, from the frame to the exact apply nozzles, to the stainless, to the wiring looms, the holders here, the rims, the tanks, rear engine compartment, all the hoses, the hydraulic cylinders. I mean, every inch of this thing is going to be coated. So as you can see, it's pretty intricate. We got it chicken winged out here. This is 60 foot deep and 80 foot wide, and we actually just mapped it out. We can actually do a sprayer in 40 feet of width is what it is from that point to that point. And the guys here, they're going through and working on prepping it. Matt and I just got done rinsing the booms. Jordan is working on the roof and the cab. Oh, go underneath here. We're gonna be doing all these underside panels here, inside and out on the rims, all this casting. Donnie is currently just giving the rear engine compartment a one-step polish just to bring some shine back to it. It's not in the worst shape, but we figured, hey, you know what? It's brand new. Why not just spend the 5 minutes it takes to go through and polish it up? So we're gonna ceramic coat all of this back here, all these arms, and then hopefully I can tint the cab itself, the two side windows. The left-hand side I should be able to, that should be easy. It's actually the same cab as an X9, but the right-hand side has me maybe a little bit worried because there's some plugs and some stuff in the way. I'll take you guys up there. Yeah. And Jordan's just up here working on the roof. We're gonna do that tank over there, which I believe is their clean rinse tank, the solution tank, all this intricate area. I don't know what I want to show you guys. I mean, it smells like a brand new tractor. It smells different than a brand new car, and it's so nice. But it's basically these plugs here that have me a little bit worried, you know, in terms of how I'm going to take those out. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in this window. In order for me to tint it, I'd really like to pull those out, replace them, that stuff. So I got to make a call to John Deere. But it's got the new G5 display, the new corner post display, so I'll take all that out. Well, not this one, but for sure this one. Get this window tinted. Otherwise, this one I'm going to take off the hinges there and there, take it back home with me, tint it at home, because then I can work on it, you know, late tonight and stuff. But as you can see here, it is a brand new sprayer, so we're not going to be doing any polishing or anything like that, but we're going to spend all the time that we would normally spend polishing in prepping to make sure we get every last little crevice clean, prepped for proper coating adhesion. Still got to do, you know, spots like that where there's just that little bit of dirt left, and we're going to take care of that here. Okay, so on this HAGIE sprayer, as you guys saw, Matt's still prepping the center section, but otherwise all the booms are all prepped, ready to be coated. I'm currently working on the wheels, and I found something very interesting. Now keep in mind, this HAGIE is brand new, it was just delivered a few weeks ago. I went ahead, ceramic coated that wheel. Well, I actually polished it first, but what I wanted to show you guys was in that light. See how it's just not perfectly clear? Just has a little bit of haze or oxidation. So I'm gonna go ahead and take care of that with this real quick. see, that's all that paint that I just pulled off. Hopefully the light capture that now. So see how it's just a little bit better. That's all I wanted. I'm not going for perfection, just a little bit more shine to it. And I'm specifically looking at that light right there, the reflection around it. But I mean, compared to an area over here that I haven't done, the camera might not pick it up, but it's definitely, from that point above, it's just a tad bit shinier. Okay, so now that that entire wheel there is polished, what I'm gonna go ahead and do is spray it all down with prep. In between all these little areas, between the lug bolts, between the spacer plate there, the entire bulb, all the rings, that stuff. And then we're gonna jump into coating. Is take our prep spray here. I know it's prep because I labeled it. Great handwriting. Now normally we don't really hose prep down like this on such a big surface. Really just want to make sure I get a lot on here. I err on the side of having too much prep versus not enough. Inch of this down. All right, well, that's gonna wrap up day one. We are planning on getting this thing done by Thursday. Today's Tuesday. So these two wheels have 2 layers of the new egg coating on it, on both of these. The rear engine compartment is all done. The frame is done. The rinse tank is done. Fuel tank is done. Def tank's done. We're just gonna kind of see if he wants to spend the extra money to go through and have all these suspension components done, the backside of the wheels, take the cover off, do all the suspension components in there. Go ahead and hit that fuse box, the ladder, a catwalk, all that stuff. We'll actually do that. That's pretty standard pricing, but the other stuff's add-ons. But otherwise, the booms are all prepped. They're not coated yet. So we're gonna coat those tomorrow, but they are prepped and ready to go. So they shouldn't get too dusty overnight, but maybe we'll just wipe off the tops in the morning, no big deal. Otherwise, I got the left-hand side door taken out on him to get tinted. We're gonna go ahead and throw either 20 or 30%. I'm not too sure because if you look, the sprayer has little LEDs in all the nozzles, so they can see, or should be able to see in theory, clear as day at night, the actual individual nozzle bodies. But on this left-hand side door, I took off the 4 T27s, and then on this right-hand side, because this cab is actually the exact same as an X9. If, you know, there's cubbies there, and it's got the new G5 display. So I had these plugs, which is where, so this bottom one is where they would actually have a brace in those 3 points, and that's where that green shield would mount onto. There's little, not actuators, like dimples that the panel would attach to, and then right there would be where your windshield wiper would go. Well, the way that they designed these pieces, so these are not rubber, these are hard plastic, and the way it works is that this little pin goes through, and there's basically clips on the inside here that expand outward inside of there. And the only way to take it off is literally take a pry tool and pry like hell and hope you don't break it. It was actually really scary because I've never done one. So I was just winging it. You know, worst comes to worst, I order a new clip, whatever. But other than that, got the corner post taken off here. I got to take off all these stickers. I'm going to save that one, get rid of these 3. And yeah, so we're going to go ahead and throw Lumar IRX on here. It's going to be pretty sweet. Something to note, this back window, A lot of people think it comes tinted. John Deere says it comes tinted. And it's darker than the clear, obviously. This is probably about 20%. It is, but it is not tinted. So it's actually a privacy glass or dye. So when this glass gets molded, they throw a dye into it and that's the end of the story. It does not have the same heat rejection as our ceramic window tint that will reject, 98% of all the heat that can pass through it, whether it's infrared or UV and stuff like that. This is gonna allow all of it to come through regardless. So just something to know. I could throw 50% on here, drop it down to 10, because you're never gonna use the back window anyways, but we're not really gonna do that because I actually don't quite know how I could 100% really get in there, because I'd have to get all the way back there to cut it, and it's really tight. I have no room on the inside to do it either, and no, not if it comes from factory like that. But yeah, the only other thing to show you guys would be on the hood, which is on the back of the machine, so the engine compartment, maybe we'll just call it that. I was gonna say trunk, but let's just call it engine compartment. So all of this is now coated. Even the sides of the ladder here, the only thing not done is the catwalk, because this is gonna be the absolute last thing that we do. But yeah, looking proper. Even did all the exhaust pieces and stuff like that, and then obviously the rinse tank, and the guys are working on the fuel and stuff like that, and oh my God. I think some birds were hanging around right there. That's a lot of bird shit. That's gonna do it for day one. I'll probably bring you guys back on a time lapse when I go to tint the left-hand side door, because I'm gonna do that tonight at the shop, probably about 8, 9 o'clock at night. So I might see you guys then, or I might see you guys in the morning. Well, I'm definitely feeling like a farmer. So this is the side door. Also, the audio is gonna be iffy because I left the cord that attaches my microphone to the GoPro at his place. Go figure. So anyway, so this piece, I marked out exactly where it's gonna be on the outside of the glass, so it actually goes there. Got that Allen key off, popped off the 3 covers, or the 3 rivets that hold all this in, but then I have to get this big nut out, which actually ties to the handle right here. And it's like, okay, well, how do I get this out? Do I start taking apart all this mechanism and everything? Well, feeling like a true farmer, I stick a screwdriver against this metal plate where that nut is gonna hit the angle of that. And if you watch, if I spin the handle from the outside, it holds that nut perfectly in place. Till it goes around, and now this whole assembly, because what I'm doing is spinning this, and there we go. And now this whole thing pops right off. Well, if I got shrunk, cut out, and I got this glass on this glass holder, it took me 1, 2, so on the 3rd try I finally got it. And every time it's costing a lot of money because that roll is not cheap. And I have to do the other side 10 feet in the air, inverted, and all that fun stuff. And I'm not looking forward to that. Anyway, so yeah, get that all done. 1 piece. Proud of myself. Could have 2-pieced it, would have been easier, but I already scrubbed up the glass, as you can see here. So I'm gonna squeegee it, put the film on, let it sit overnight. I thought that was a 3rd hole. I must have gotten all 3. And then obviously cutting around all these, those don't matter too much. Clean the top edge to make sure there's no dirt that's gonna fall through. It's just a little bit, not much though. But yeah, now I'm gonna transfer that to that.
tomorrow.
All right, well, it's the next day. We ended up doing the inside of the wheels. We might clean up some of the suspension components, stuff like that. We're just waiting to hear back on the farmer, see if he wants to do that or not. But otherwise, first layer is all done. On this side, I know for sure. Actually, might be done on that side as well. So it's currently 1 o'clock, and I just showed up here because I had to run and go get some stuff from the town. But now I have to tint this side, and if you are a window tinter at all, you can imagine how much fun this is going to be, standing 6 feet or about 7 feet off the ground on just that. That's all I have to stand on, so I have to stand on here like this and work on this window, making sure not to fall that way or that way, like I almost did once already. Yeah, this is fun. But yeah, so that's what I got to do here today, is finish tinting up this window.
Tomorrow.
All right, well, good afternoon, everybody. It is Friday, 12:30 in the afternoon. When I last talked to you guys, it was Wednesday, and as you saw, went ahead and got this window all tinted back at the shop. And I have been fighting. If you're a window tinter, this is gonna make you sad, because keep in mind I'm using 60-inch rolls. So all that, plus that film, plus all this, and I finally got it. So this is obviously not installed yet, but it's just shrunk to the window and stuff like that. So now I gotta clean it, cut it out, install it. Okay, so now all I gotta do is I have to take over from Matt, because Matt was taking off this sticker and about cut off his finger. He is currently over there right now looking for some electrical tape. So he's not worried about keeping any of these stickers other than the unfold one. So I'll try to save that one, or I might just honestly order him a new one from Deere. We'll see here, but let's try to get this display out of the way as much as I can. Spray that whole window down. Give her a good scrub. What I'll actually do as well while I'm here, or at least this step, is remember all those stickers that we had before? Right here, I will actually feel for any residue. It feels good. What I will do is take the film off from the outside, roll it up, bring it in here, and put it in. Got the film rolled up here, obviously taken from the outside, or taken off from the outside. So spray it down. I give these holes a quick not tinted, tinted, not tinted, tinted, not tinted, tinted, not tinted, tinted. Should I just leave it like this? How funny would that be? This is what it looks like sitting in the cab. That'd look kind of goofy, wouldn't it? There are some sprayers running around Emery, I believe. They literally have like a 24-inch 5% strip across the top on all the way around. It's like, what is your goal here? But no, I just gotta go ahead and throw the lower piece on. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty damn clear. All right, just like that. She is tinted on the sides. Ooh, is there a smudge in my camera? There you guys go.
Thank you, kind sir.
Did this door. The only thing that's weird though is that plug. I'm not too sure what happened to Mr. Plug. But anyway, you come inside here, you know, clean up a little bit. Got the monitor back on, got the wires back on. That's tinted. You would be very hard pressed to see that seam line. I mean, it barely even comes up on camera and in person. But yeah, otherwise, it's all coated, all tinted. She's done. So one of the main reasons why you'd actually even want to ceramic coat a machine like this, a HAGIE sprayer, is due to the boom structure being forward facing. Everything behind these booms is going to go ahead and get sprayed, whether it's UAN32, Roundup, whatever chemical it is, it's going to get oversprayed onto the rest of the machine, unlike a John Deere. Unless you were to spray like crazy in reverse, you know, that'd be the only other case. But on something like this machine here, we went ahead and ceramic coated every inch of this machine. So when we go through and do the booms, it's a layer that's hand applied, a layer that's spray applied, and the spray application, we actually bump up the pressure just a little bit. So we got a little bit of overspray on stuff like this wire loom, the hydraulic fittings, the wire connectors, even the hose clamps here for the water is probably coated due to the overspray. But now this machine's gonna go ahead and be protected for about the next 7 to 9 years. It's going to stop it from corrosion, whether they go ahead and decide to do a wide drop application with it. You know, this coating is designed to withstand that. And there's actually testing done to go ahead and certify that by John Deere and HAGIE, because they were looking for a coating that was going to stop their booms from corroding. You know, like you look at any John Deere R4038 that's only maybe a few years old, they're already starting to look like crap on the weld and pinch points. But now that's something that this HAGIE is not going to have to worry about, whether it's the booms, the inside of the wheels, the plastics. Well, I guess the plastics aren't going to rust, but the suspension components, hydraulic fittings, the engine bay compartment, all that stuff is now protected. But no, so on a flat panel like this here, I mean, this is just for demonstration. Obviously, this isn't chemical. This is just water, but I mean, you can just see how it runs right off. Even if I do a spot like this over here, something maybe a little bit more of a pitch. And this is only after about 2 days of cure time, and total cure time on this is about 2 weeks. So it's just gonna continue to get, yeah, you can just see this one drop of water, how it's wanting to run right down this. It's almost kind of like a race. But anyway, and then the best part too is with spraying it, we're actually able to get inside these intricate areas where the actual nozzle bodies, because if you think about it, once this is fully extended out, that side is going to get hit the most. So now, I mean, even just that little ridge right there, that's maybe 1/8 inch steel. But yeah, otherwise that's going to do it for this video. The last thing I'm going to do is just do a quick walk around. So on the wheels, we did the main outer casting, we did the planetary, even right down to the threads on the lug nuts. All the suspension components, the warning markers, the rinse tank, def tank, diesel tank, all the frame rails. We did the inside of the wheels in there. Obviously all the booms and linkages that connect to it. All the glass is done all the way around the sides. And then on the back here, we went ahead and did the muffler, exhaust, again, the side markers, all the engine components, the rear spray bodies back here, going up to the top. Did the final little pieces up here and all that. Well, as you guys saw, we went through, coated every inch of this sprayer, all that stuff, but if you guys are interested in getting your sprayer or tractor or anything else tinted, coated, whatever it might be, there's gonna be a link down in the description below. Just go ahead and mention, hey, I saw you on YouTube and everything like that, and we can talk about getting your equipment protected. And we'll see you guys in the next one. The only thing I ask is just be sure to subscribe, like the video, stuff like that. Helps out the algorithm. I tried looking up, seeing if there's any other ceramic coating HAGIE videos out there on YouTube, and couldn't quite find any, and there's definitely not one that has windows tinted. So hopefully watching me struggle through that was pretty enjoying. But other than that, we will see you guys on the next one. I think it's gonna be a job in Albert Lee with an 8RX, which is gonna be a first. And after we do that 8RX, we will have done every Deere, tractor, combine, sprayer that they make. So till then, we'll see you guys in that one.